Today, I want to talk about what Nirmala Sitharaman mentioned in the passing recently. When people like me have pointed out that lot of large corporate accounts there has been a write-off and there has been a loss in the bank. She said a write-off is not a permanent loss and some amount of asset will be recovered. I completely agree with her that definitely assets will be sold and some money will be recovered. But the impression she gave that the complete money will be recovered is completely false. And it is also a common fallacy that most upper class people say that it is student loans which is a big trouble and corporate loans are not so bad. In case of student loan, people when they go to work will find it very difficult because their CIBIL scores will be affected unless they settle the loan. So those who are able to settle the CIBIL loans will settle it. Why do I call it CIBIL loans? Because when a student loan goes bad, it automatically affects the CIBIL and it does not allow you to borrow further. So people go out of the way and quickly settle their housing retail loans if they get a proper job. It's only those who have proper jobs are not able to close out the education loans. Coming back to large corporate loans, the amount of money extended to corporates exceeds the total assets or total assets of not only the company and of the promoter. Even if they have collected some securities or personal guarantees, most banks are reluctant to use personal guarantees against large people. In 2017, 12 large accounts went before the NCLT. Among that, SR and Bhushan steel were sold for full value. Then people said that all steel prices are on a boil. Most of the steel accounts will recover. Even at that point of time, I disagreed. Now, Bhushan Steel had another sister company called BPSL. This is Bhushan Power and Steel Limited. This is a company which was generating power and had a small 3.5 million ton steel plant. Punjab National Bank was the largest lender, and this had come before NCLT over 3 years. Since the Enforcement Directorate had attached some assets, there was a large delay before which this process could be finished. Finally, after several challenges, the auction was cleared. Tata Steel, which bought Bhushan Steel originally, offered only 16,000 crores for this company. The total outstanding for this company was 48,000 crores. So, what Tata Steel offered was only 16,000 crores. The matter went to bidding, and JSW Steel in turn offered 19,350 crores. They also sweetened the offer by offering to pay another 350 crores to operational creditors. Operational creditors are vendors who have supplied material and services to the client who has gone bankrupt, and their money also has to be repaid. So they agreed to pay 350 crores to these people. Most of the banks, as Nirmala Sitharaman had pointed out, had written off the entire amount due to them. The total amount in the entire consortium was 48,000 crores. The operational creditors claim that they have to receive 700 crores from this company. Now, what has transpired is that instead of 48,000 crores, the bankers will get only 19,350 crores. This means they will lose 60% of the principal after this asset sale is over. Beyond this, there is no asset sale which can be sold. So banks will lose 60% of the money they lend. This is the point that people like me were trying to make, that in spite of the assets being seized and sold, over 60% of the money will be lost. And in this case, it was 60%. In cases like Alok Textiles, where Reliance was the bidder and he bought it, the loss was much bigger. This is part of normal commercial banking, where banks do not follow proper lending practices. They will be in a position where they will lose capital. When the Anil Ambani group is finally liquidated and settled, there will be losses well in tune of 60,000 crores for all the banks. But luckily, what happens is, over a period of time, the entire loan is provided for as write off. And when this asset sale happens, that portion is returned back as profits. So, out of the 48,000 crores that has been written off, only 19,350 crores will be realized by the banker. This is why we say a certain large portion of the money that has been written off cannot be recovered. In some cases, like SR Steel, where there's an intense bidding war, there is a possibility that we will get the entire money. This is by and large very few and far between. This is why people like me are worried that this government is favoring a top few corporates in giving loans. As the situation worsens and corporate credit dries up, there is going to be a lot of NPA in these large corporate accounts. What will be the future of Indian banking? Most of the lenders to such large cases are normally State Bank of India or some large Indian public sector bank. So the brunt of the losses in this massive meltdown is going to be that of the public sector banks. They should be able to raise capital either by selling shares directly to public or floating bonds, implicit sovereign guarantee. That will ensure that the capital adequacy ratio of these banks will not suffer. But claiming that no bank is affected and all write-offs are recovered, and also in Tamil there is saying trying to hide a big pumpkin in a rice feast. That is simply not possible. Unless a pumpkin is cut and put in pieces, the pumpkin cannot be hidden wherever it is. Thank you for watching. Be rich. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification. If you use Kindle, you can buy the book using the Kindle link given below. If you want a hard copy, send a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would get in touch with you. At the very end, if you want to get in touch with me, please send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. I am grateful for your support of Be Rich.